Back at it again with another episode of Box Talk. Alright, this is the Fight Night Breakdown. What a lot of people aren't talking about that they should be talking about is Bud's cheat code. And I'm talking about that jab. He was little, he broke his hand, everybody knows that. That's when he started learning how to fight southpaw. We all know that. Alright, but we got to talk about what happens when you break your hand as a kid. When you a kid, you still learning how to write. You still learn how to write with your dominant hand. So when you break that dominant hand and go to your left, you're kind of starting over. But since you're a kid, you learn kind of quick. You pick up on things a little quicker. Anybody who's done any kind of boxing training, whether it's 1 day, 10 days, 10 months, 10 years, all right? Everybody tries to go in there and try to jab with their dominant hand. So when you go in the gym and you right-handed, you try to, set up in that southpaw stance and jab with your right hand, and then use that left hand for the power. They'll tell you right off the bat, hey, your right hand is your power hand. You got to switch your body, switch stance, and that's when they put you in orthodox, and you end up using the left hand as a jab. So what happens if you break that right hand? That's when it becomes a cheat code. Bud had to start using his right hand as his jab hand. He's fighting southpaw. He's using that left hand as the power hand. But what happens when you really a right-handed fighter? When that right hand heals, you got two weapons is what happens. So now you got Bud, whose dominant hand is now his jab. All right, his jab hand is his dominant hand. So you got to think about what happens when you jab and your jab is your dominant hand. What's happening when your jab is your dominant hand is your regular jab becomes a power jab, which is why Bud stunned so many people with that jab. We saw that in the Errol fight. Errol's one of my favorite fighters. This is actually the king of the ring with my 3 favorite fighters, Errol, Bud, and Saul. So I'm kind of getting what I really didn't ask for. So what I'm saying is I kind of know how these 3 fighters fight. Bud is using that right hand as his jab hand. You got a power jab if that's your dominant hand naturally. Bud is a natural right-handed fighter. He switched to southpaw. Peace.